I just told her I loved her, said, sweetie, you're not coming back from this.
On March 16, 2009, Liam Neeson's phone rang in Toronto. It was Natasha, and the last thing she ever said to him was a lie. "Oh, darling, I have taken a tumble in the snow." A tumble. That is how she described it. She was dying, and she did not want to worry him. By the time Liam got to the hospital, she was already gone. Brain dead. Machines keeping her body alive, and then the doctors handed him a decision no husband should ever have to make. Here is what almost no one knows about that hospital room. Years earlier, long before anyone was sick, Liam and Natasha had made each other a promise. A promise he never thought he would actually have to keep. But now the machines were beeping. The doctor was waiting. And Liam had to decide whether to break his word or let his wife go. This is the story of the love that ended Liam Neeson's search forever. At 73, Liam Neeson finally admitted why he never married again. And when you hear the full story, you will understand exactly why. Before I tell you what happened in that hospital room, you need to understand who he lost. Because this was not just any woman, this was the woman who made Liam Neeson, one of the most intimidating actors alive, feel like he did not deserve her. Natasha Richardson was acting royalty. Her mother is Vanessa Redgrave. Her grandmother was Rachel Kempson. Her grandfather was Sir Michael Redgrave. 4 generations of the most respected theatrical family in Britain. When Liam fell for her, he was not just falling for a woman. He was stepping into a dynasty. They met in 1993 on a Broadway stage. The play was Anna Christie. She was still married to someone else at the time. Liam had just ended a 4-year relationship. Neither of them was looking for love, but the chemistry between them was impossible to ignore. The Los Angeles Times reviewed their performance and called it a revelation. They were not just acting, they were falling in love in front of an audience every single night. But here is how you know this was different from every other Hollywood romance. The turning point came when Liam was in Poland filming Schindler's List. He was playing Oskar Schindler, one of the most emotionally devastating roles of his career. Thousands of miles from home, surrounded by death and history and darkness every single day. Natasha's 30th birthday arrived while they were apart. He sent her a card. He signed it. "Lots of love, Oscar," the name of the character he was playing. When she got the card, Natasha wondered if the message sounded too formal, too distant. She mentioned it to someone. And when Liam heard that, something clicked for him. He said later in an interview, "That was when I knew I really loved this person. Not when she looked beautiful on stage. Not when the reviews came in. When she was worried that lots of love was not enough. That was when he knew. That kind of love does not come twice." Stay with me here, because what happens next changes everything. They got married in July 1994. Private ceremony, upstate New York. Steven Spielberg was there. Emma Thompson was there. It was intimate. It was beautiful. But the moment no one expected came at the reception. For months behind Liam's back, Natasha had been taking secret singing lessons. She did not tell anyone, not her mother, not her sister, just a voice coach, working on one song over and over again. When the reception began, Natasha grabbed the microphone, and in front of everyone they loved, she sang Van Morrison's Crazy Love. To him, just to him. Liam did not know she could sing like that. He did not know she had been preparing for months. All he knew was that this woman had done something beautiful just to make him happy. That is who Natasha Richardson was. She was the woman who practiced a song in secret for months just to see his face when she sang it. Remember that woman. Remember that song. Because in 15 years, Liam Neeson is going to be standing in a hospital room, keeping a promise he never thought he would have to keep. And that woman singing to him at their wedding is the last version of her he will ever have. For 15 years, they built a life together. 2 sons, Micheal, born in 1995, Daniel, born in 1996. Natasha won a Tony Award for her role in Cabaret. When they announced her name, when she walked to that stage, Liam was in the audience. And according to people who were there, he was not just proud, he was in tears. His career was exploding. Schindler's List, Michael Collins, Star Wars, Les Miserables. He was becoming one of the most respected actors of his generation, and every night he came home to her. In an interview years later, he said something that tells you everything. He said he would come home after a long day on set, and Natasha would have dinner ready. The kids would be bathed, the house would be calm, and he would look at her and think to himself, "I do not deserve this. I do not deserve her." He admitted that years later, he always knew what he had. That makes what happened next even harder to watch. He knew what he had. He knew it every single day. March 16th, 2009, Mont Tremblant Resort, Quebec. Natasha was taking a beginner ski lesson. She was not an experienced skier. She was on the bunny slope, the gentlest run on the mountain. There was nothing difficult about what she was doing, and then she fell. She did not collide with anything. She did not hit a tree or another skier. She just lost her balance and fell backward onto hard-packed snow. No helmet. Ski patrol arrived within minutes. They offered to take her to the medical center. She declined. She felt fine. A little shaken maybe, but fine. She signed a waiver saying she did not need medical attention. Then she walked back to her hotel room. Meanwhile, Liam was in Toronto filming a movie called Chloe. His phone rang. It was Natasha. Her voice was calm. "Oh, darling, I have taken a tumble in the snow." That is how she described it, a tumble. She did not want him to worry. 2 hours later, she complained of a severe headache. Then she collapsed. By the time Liam got on a plane, she had been rushed to Hospital du Sacré-Cœur in Montreal. He landed, he went straight to the hospital, and a doctor took him aside and showed him an X-ray, brain dead, epidural hematoma. The fall had caused bleeding between her skull and her brain. By the time anyone realized how serious it was, there was nothing left to do. Think about that for a second. A wife who did not want to worry her husband, a fall that seemed like nothing, and now this? Liam walked into her room. She was on life support. Machines were keeping her body alive, but she was already gone. And now comes the part almost no one knows about that hospital room. Years earlier, long before anyone was sick, they had made each other a promise. If one of them ever ended up like this, brain dead, no hope of recovery, the other would let them go. No prolonging the inevitable, no heroics. They had made a pact. It is the kind of promise you make hoping you will never have to keep it. The kind of promise that sounds abstract until the person you love is lying in front of you, and the machines are beeping, and the doctor is waiting for your decision. Liam looked at his wife. He told her he loved her. And then he said those 7 words. "Sweetie, you are not coming back from this." She was 45 years old. They had been married for 15 years. And just like that, it was over. The only gift he could give her was what she had already asked for. 3 of Natasha's organs were donated. Her heart, her kidneys, her liver. 3 people are alive today because of the decision Liam Neeson made in that hospital room. When he was asked about it later, he said it was terrific, and that she would be very pleased with that too. That is the kind of man Liam Neeson is. Even in his worst moment, he was still thinking about what she would have wanted. He kept his promise. He let her go. And then he spent the next 17 years proving that some promises do not end at the moment you make them. 5 years after Natasha died, Liam sat down with Anderson Cooper for 60 minutes. And for the first time, he described what grief actually felt like. "It was never real," he said. "It still kind of is not." He described grief like a wave. You just get this profound feeling of instability. You feel like a 3-legged table. The earth is not stable anymore. For years, he would hear the door open in their New York apartment. He would hear her keys drop on the table. He would hear her voice call out, "Hello," like she always did when she came home. And then he would remember. She was not coming through that door. Not ever again. Liam did what a lot of people do when they are drowning in grief. He ran. "I survived by running away some," he told Esquire in 2011. Running away to work? And work he did. Taken came out in 2008, the year before Natasha died. After she was gone, he made Taken 2, and Taken 3, and Nonstop, and The Grey, and a dozen other action movies where he played men with nothing left to lose. There is something almost painful about watching those films now, knowing what was happening in his real life. A man who had just lost everything, playing characters who had lost everything too, processing his grief, one fight scene at a time. But the work was not enough to fill the hole. Even now, 17 years later, he visits her grave. It is 1.5 miles from his home. He goes often. He talks to her still. He does not go because he has to. He goes because he wants to. Because after 17 years, the grief has not disappeared. It has just become something he carries. Some days it is heavier than others, but he has never tried to put it down. He has never wanted to. The man who played the most dangerous father in cinema was, in his real life, just a man who missed his wife. So when a woman like Pamela Anderson came along, you would think he would finally move on. But here is what happened instead. In 2024, Liam filmed a crime comedy called The Naked Gun with Pamela Anderson. The chemistry between them was obvious. Rumors started immediately. By 2025, those rumors turned into something more. According to sources, Liam introduced Pamela to friends as someone he cared about deeply. They spent an intimate week together at his home in upstate New York, and then nothing. In December 2025, Pamela told People magazine the truth. "I adore Liam, but we are better friends." In full honesty, they had their week, and then they went their separate ways. A few months earlier, in October 2024, People had asked Liam directly if he was interested in dating. His answer was 3 words: no. In a word, "I am past all that." But the proof that this love was real, that came from his own son. Liam and Natasha had 2 sons, Micheal and Daniel. After Natasha died, Liam raised them with the help of her mother, Vanessa Redgrave. His former mother-in-law became family in a way that rarely happens after a death like this. In 2024, Liam and Vanessa co-starred in a film together. They had dinner in Rome. The family stayed together, not out of obligation, out of love. But the choice that tells you the most about this family came from Micheal. He changed his name. Liam's older son was born Michael Neeson. But as an adult, he made a decision. He dropped his father's surname. He took his mother's instead. He is now Micheal Richardson. He did it to honor her memory, to carry her name forward, to make sure that even though she was gone, some part of her would live on. That is what Natasha Richardson left behind. A husband who still visits her grave, a son who carries her name, a family that stayed together because she was the center of it. There is a photo of Liam Neeson from 2024 that tells you everything about what 17 years of keeping a promise looks like. He is 73 years old, walking alone through New York, no ring, no companion, just a man who looks like he is still walking towards something that is not there anymore. Some people wonder why he never moved on, why he never remarried, why at 73 he is still alone. But maybe that is the wrong question. When Liam Neeson said, "I am past all that," he was not being sad. He was not being dramatic. He was being honest. He knew what he had, and he never married again because there was nothing left to find. Remember that woman from the beginning, the one who took secret singing lessons for months just to surprise him at their wedding, the one who called from a hospital bed and said she had taken a tumble because she did not want him to worry, the one who made him promise to let her go if the worst happened. He kept that promise, and then he kept living in a way that honored everything she was. Some men never marry again because they are afraid to love. Liam Neeson never married again because he already found it, and that kind of love does not need to be replaced. What do you think? Is this devotion, or has he been too hard on himself for too long? Drop your take in the comments. If this story got to you, hit subscribe. We have another one coming that you will not want to miss.